Buckle up, the game is about to change. Season 6 predictions, this will be a big one. First, levels in Paragon. As you might have seen or not, during Gamescom and before, if you hover over your level in Vessel of the Hatred Spiritborn previews, it said level 60. Max armor you need with level 60. Currently it says max armor for level 100 opponents. So we need at 9,230, but that actually changes, which makes us assume that level 60 is the new max level. That seems to be more or less clear at this point. But what does this actually indicate? 10 more skill, not only 10 more skill points, because we're getting a new region. Would a new region mean that we're also getting renown again and even more skill points? Because so far every single region has renown that you can grind for bonus skill points. So we're getting at least 10 more. But with 10 more skill points, choice wouldn't matter anymore. Every build would just straight up become better. I mean, think about what you're playing right now. Chain Lightning Sword, Blood Surge, Necromancer, Storm Druid, and Dariel's Rogue. I mean, 10 more skill points would make you OP. So hopefully we're also getting more choices in the skill board. Not only more choices, we're actually getting two important things. And that is a new passive, which could indicate a new key passive, and a new skill in itself. A new skill in itself is going to be 1, 2, and then 3 skill points at least with the choices. So that's 3 out of the 10 gone. New key passive is just the 1 to 1. So you have 7 more points to spend throughout your board to boost your class. That's quite cool. But if you can actually level up to level 60, if we're still then have a 40 more levels of Paragon, that would mean less Paragon points technically, right? So if level 100 is still the total, that would be 60 normal levels plus 40 Paragon levels, which would only give us 200 points, but 200 points in the current system wouldn't work. I mean, with my points right now, I can serve up to 6, 7, 8 boards. And maybe with the new passives and skills, we're also getting new Paragon boards per class. How am I going to make that fit with only 200 points? So either they're going to give us more points or they're going to give us less boards. That is something that is really unclear. They haven't given us much on the Paragons. I do hope we get simply more points because I just want to take more legendary notes. Legendary notes are fun. Maybe boost the legendary notes on top. That would be something I see coming too, because if we're now level 60 and we can't go up all the way to 100 anymore, that means our enemies are also level 60 for the time being. And that brings us to the new difficulties. Because if the enemies are now level 60, how are we going to consecutively make them stronger? One thing that's said about the new progression and the new difficulties is they might be doing something like the mine cages for difficulty. Let's look at the mine cage. What does the mine cage do right now? It gives us 10, 20, 30 more levels to the Helltide to make the thing more complicated. Now, obviously, if you could just boost the overworld by 10, 20, 30 more levels, that wouldn't be much challenging because at some point you'll just out-equip that. So I think we're looking more into a direction of world tier 5, 6, 7, something in this direction, because currently we're in world tier 4, and we're actually getting a minus to our resistances. What if world tier 5 takes that even further? Minus 70% to our resistances. World tier 6 minus 100% to our resistances. So that with every world tier, you get increased loot, increased experience, increased everything. But you also have to make sure that your equipment meets the requirements. Armor stays the same. Right now we have to have 1,000 armor. I think it's 1,000 armor. But that your resistances with every consecutive world tier gets halved, lowered, 1/3, and then you have to push it up again, making meaningful choices. Because if you then go up in higher world tiers and you get better items that would then help you to compensate for this, that would at least keep a sense of progression up. Because right now we're world tier 4, and with level 60, 70, I already have my resistances maxed out. Boom. I don't have to worry anymore. But if I reach level 60, which is the max level, then I keep grinding Paragon points. And then from level 60 on, I would actually be able to jump in higher world tiers and then still have to actually change my equipment. That's cool. My level 80 Sork essentially is wearing all the 925 gear already. My level 80 Sork is done. I don't have to pick a single equipment piece up until I'm level 100 unless it's greater affix. So I do like the thought of maybe having some more meaningful progression item-wise going on instead of just being done early on. That is then new skill points, new leveling, new progression, Paragon, and difficulties. Plus, that leads us to the Dark Citadel. And interestingly enough, the Dark Citadel is the new raid content, right? You'll need 2 to 4 players. It's 4-player difficulty, as they said. So if you go with 2 players in, it's kind of like the ultimate challenge. And they promised us cool bosses. I mean, right now, the only mechanical bosses we have are somewhat Endariel. Like, you burst her down, she summons her statues, destroy the statues, then kill Endariel. Or Uber Lilith. Kill her, jump, wave, minions, blisters, jump, wave, minions, go around, fire, cutting off the map. So these are the actual real mechanic bosses, right? That we have. But that's about it. So we need something more than this. I mean, if it's just something similar to Lilith, that's going to be sad. We need a bit more intricate mechanics, maybe where the team even has to fight together. I mean, we've seen it in the Dark Citadel trailer. Person A needs to stand on a spot, person B needs to go on the spot, and then somehow shields are dropping down and you can walk through. Something in that direction seems nicer as a boss fight where you have to simultaneously jump on something to destroy a barrier, to, I don't know, summon aid to the fight, to have the boss do something, but at least where you kind of have to work together. Because right now, I mean, we're in a dungeon, we're just blasting at the boss. There's no consequences to one of us sucking, like, right? But if someone does forget to do his part versus a boss, I mean, that opens up for griefing a little bit. But again, it's going to be endgame content, and you're going to go there with your friends or with randoms, and then you're going to talk about how the boss fight actually works. There's a learning curve, and it's going to be fun for everyone. The Dark Citadel promises to have something in stock for us, I guess. But now, Dark Citadel and then new progression and new difficulty. So can me and my team say we're doing Dark Citadel in triple Mind Cage? Can we do a triple super Mind Cage hardcore Citadel for even better loot instead of just doing the normal Citadel? That sounds pretty intriguing to me, of being able to take any piece of content and just make it harder for the sake of seeking bonus challenge for the people that want to. If the casual player doesn't want to, he'll stay at World Tier 4. But if me and the boys, we're crazy, right? We're mythic out. We have everything going. We're level 60 with our 250 Paragon points, whatever. And then we want to do the World Tier 7 Dark Citadel. World Tier 7 Dark Citadel. Bring it on. And what we're taking on top is our mercenaries. Because mercenaries is the next layer they're adding here. And that is going to be bonus to what we have right now, because the mercenary deals damage, but not only damage, he has his own skill tree with abilities. And as Rex, the lead game designer, said during Gamescom, the shielding one, the dude with the shield right here is his name. He gives you armor. He can give you armor and resistances. The barbarian lady makes you move faster and gives you attack speed, for example. So there is a chance to make yourself more powerful. So not only have a Merc with you, right? The skill tree of the Merc makes you more powerful. But then there's also a lower range of abilities. So do they have some kind of ultimates that will boost you even further? And then if you use them, there's a shop that will allow you to buy things. I mean, ultimately, if I get so many pale marks from using my mercenary, can I buy something truly incredible from them? What if I have all 4 unlocked? Do I get something special for that? Please, I need to find out. But that can't be all of it, because there's more things to actually think about. Because what about set items? We got the uniques reworked, and there's more uniques hopefully coming. We're getting skills, Paragon boards, passives. What about set items with Nahantu? There has been no talks about this right now. There's been no mentions about this right now. But are set items something on the table for Season 6 that might be coming as a surprise from Nahantu? Maybe Nahantu specific sets. I mean, there seems to be cosmetics at least that drop from the Dark Citadel. So is Dark Citadel having their own specific item pieces? And then something from our Diablo 2 favorite. What about rune words? Everyone is always talking about rune words, being able to at to blah b. I don't really know rune words. I know you can change them into each other like 3 to 4, and you can make an actual word, and that does a certain bonus. This is something that we haven't seen yet there. But we get the PDR. We still got a month left. They still have a banger to release. I mean, they essentially told us everything. I kind of feel like with another 30 days left, right? We're missing like another, oh my God, news, right? Like, boom, that's going to blow us out of the water. So there's still sets and rune words as 2 cornerstones of Diablo that have been here so far. That could also be coming with Vessel of Hatred. Now, something we haven't touched about, stat squishing. It's going to be really interesting and something you have to get used to, because a level 30 character during Gamescom had around like 200-300 HP, or like 100-200 armor, had like 1,000 attack power, and the damage numbers were 100-250. So we're actually going from trillions and billions of damage. Hi, Rob. Good to see you there. Down to tiny numbers, which I personally like. I mean, it's cool that we're trillions right now, but we're essentially seem to be moving down to levels of feasible numbers. And we might probably be able to still do 1 million, and that's okay. I think 1 million is like a number that makes sense to strive for. But if the average damage is 10, 20, 50,000, also the mobs then again don't have 5 billion HP. The mob has a maximum of 1 million, maybe 2 million. And we're doing then reasonable damage to get there. That feels like good numbers. I don't want to end up in Diablo 3 where you do trillions of damage, where they have to show you a 3T to have things going on. Right now it looks silly on my screen. I can barely distinguish numbers. But if I was doing a bunch of hundreds or 200s, that's fire, because I can actually distinguish between that, and my eyes are not going to completely overload looking at the screen. And then the new million is going to be the new billion anyways. It's going to take a while for people to get perception-wise used to that. What are you thinking? What are your predictions? What are your hopes? What are you looking forward to? Post that in the comments below. Are you going to play Vessel of Hatred? Is the Spiritborn something you're looking forward to? I already have a monkey build in mind. Seen some Spiritborn footage, and Monkey is the Barrier gamer and will be able to slam down and produce even more Barrier. It'll be good. And if you're looking for more Vessel of the Hatred stuff, or for something you want to play right now, 2 videos to choose. Enjoy, and have a fantastic good day. Thank you for watching.